Sports. Let's get you into all of what I will be doing this morning on the show. Remember, don't just watch the show, come let us play for the love of the game. On Twitter, we're channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. You can send us an email. It's sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. That's the email address. If you want to talk to us comprehensively, send us that email. We will read it right here on the show. Facebook, Twitter, let's get busy. Hashtag Super Falcons. They are indeed super. Undisputed champions of Africa. The Super Falcons of Nigeria, they won the African Cup of Nations title for women for a record 8th time. 8th title for the Super Falcons. Oh my goodness, what can we do for these ladies? They are always winning. Let's start by celebrating them this morning on the program. Send us goodwill messages. Congratulate that team led by Coach Florence Omagbemi. And then hopefully the government, the Ministry of Sports, anybody, even you, can do something to keep the momentum going in the Super Focus. Also on the program this morning, let's talk golf. Let's use hashtag Tiger Woods, hashtag Matsuyama. That's the new guy on the block, Japanese sensation, playing all the good golf you can think of. Let's give him some love also this morning on the program. Hashtag Bundesliga, hashtag English Premier League, hashtag IAAF reforms. The IAAF, they are working so hard. Sebastian Coe says he's pleased with what he is saying and that they are on the path towards ensuring that there is clean sport participation, because Russia is giving them a lot of reasons to work so hard. There's so much to talk about. Let's get into the program now, but keep those messages coming. Don't forget Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels Sports. We'll talk about the 2016 Africa Women Cup of Nations now. Join the conversation. Tayo, let's begin with you. What a nerve-cracking final. Look at that stadium for women's football.
Yes.
That's a win-win for African women's football right there. That stadium, the amount of people there.
That turned up way before the match started. Long way before the match started, and for obvious reasons, the Cameroonians, came to that stadium with the hope of Cameroon actually beating Nigeria to win that particular title. It wasn't meant to be for them. It was a very tough match as expected, Austin. I found it very difficult to make a prediction because I knew it was going to be very tough. The Cameroonians had the better of the exchanges in the first half. They had the chances, a bit more quality for them in the final third, and they could, have scored against Nigeria. But then, when this opportunity presented itself to Desire Paranoze, what a clinical finish by the big striker there.
At the heart of all those fans, right?
The goal arrived. At
a very good time.
At a very good time. There was not a lot of time there to to get back in the game, and that's why they're celebrating right there. This is one of the chances we were talking about earlier for the Cameroonians, and they didn't take it. Credit must go to Alaba Jonathan as well too. She had a great game. A couple of one-on-ones, 1v1s, and she saved, confidently and kept Nigeria in that game. That was very important. And the moments of brilliance from Desire. And that's why the champions
take a chance, even if it's just a minute. That's the time champions win games. That was how Germany did it at the World Cup. That's how to win final games. There's so much to talk about. Let's go back, relive the moments in the final of the African Women's Cup of Nations, then we'll come back. We'll talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
She does score goals, Kyle Nganamwi. She has got a reputation and a track record to go with it, but in this competition it's not really happened for her. She got up above Rita Chikwelu, header off target. Header on by Song Keng. Ngo looking to release on Gene. Big chance here! And again the finish lacking for Cameroon. It just needed a cool head for Gabriela Budion-Gene, and she didn't have it. It was Ngo's ball that cut open the Nigerian defence. That was a glorious opportunity, even if the angle was getting tighter and tighter. Has made an impact since coming on that pass, nearly finding Nganamwi. Success, the substitute to Ayinde. He's got a great engine in the midfield. Oshawala, it's a good ball out to the left-hand side, but Nigeria need bodies in the penalty box. They need an overlapping run, perhaps some success. It didn't come. Njoku to Okobi. And the ball into the box is poor. Big opportunity here, and there's the goal! Nigeria have scored, and it's come from absolutely nowhere. And it's Desiree Paranozi who gets the breakthrough. Finally, a chance fell her way, and it was a lethal finish. She who scored the winning goal against South Africa in the semi-final. It's her third goal in as many games in the competition, and could that be the goal that wins the Cup of Nations for Nigeria once again? Patient build-up play, not dealt with convincingly, and a really cool finish from a player who's not had much to play on today. She's held the ball up well, she's hardly had a sniff of goal, but it was good control. The lovely second touch away from Nefumetucheno, and that's what they thought of it down on the bench. Amount of time to be added on. Here they come again. Can they put this final to bed once and for all? Oshoala looking to break away from a one-up, and it will be a corner. We may well carry on for another minute or so, given the time needed for the treatment of Alaba Jonathan. Corner kick played short, and comes off with success. To give Cameroon the chance to launch it long. They'll not be... well, I was going to say they wouldn't have much time to make anything of it. There is no time left for Cameroon. Nigeria are the champions of Africa once again. They have beaten the hosts Cameroon 1-0 in a tense, nerving final here in Yaoundé. The only goal of the game, a late one from Ugochi Desiree Paranozi. Nigeria defended stoutly, Cameroon defended stoutly as well, but while they had for Cameroon. And now the Nigeria team come to collect their gold medals, the champions.
The winner of the 10th
Njoku
Cup of Nations, Cameroon 2016.
Done it. Cameroon missing too many chances really on the day, and Oparanozi getting the winning goal late on in the match, just when it looked as if extra time was inevitable here in Yaoundé.